Hello everyone, it's Kate here, and I am bringing you a word of encouragement. And I want to encourage everybody to yield to love. And I know this seems hard, but just hold on, bear with me. So when we yield to love, which is God's very nature, because God is love, we begin to become more like Jesus. Because Jesus is inside of us, and when we yield to love, we're more like Him. And we need to listen to Ephesians 4:15, which says, "Be enfolded in love. We grow in every way, in all things, into Him who is the head, the Christ, the Messiah." Now, enfolded means to be surrounded by love. And when we live our Christian life, we don't want to be carnal Christian babies. We want to be able to grow up in love. And when we do that, we need to be surrounded by love. Because when we're surrounded by love, that's when our love can really grow. And so, I know it's hard, and I will warn you that when you decide to walk in love and yield to love, your flesh is not going to like it. Your flesh is going to say, wait a minute, you don't deserve to be treated like this. And if you don't stand up for yourself, you're going to be the underdog. You will not be victorious. And those are lies. And we cannot listen to our flesh when it tells us lies. We have to listen to the Bible, and we have to listen to God. And God says, love your neighbor. God says, love one another. Treat each other the way you want to be treated. And even when we get treated badly, we need to still listen to that, even though it's really hard. And when we listen to that, we step back and we don't put ourselves first, we put God first. And that's when the magic happens. That's when we allow God to be God. We don't think it's out of our own willpower or our own desires. It's all God. And that's when you can really see God work. And so I wanted to go into the Bible and look at the life of Jesus. Because Jesus always walked in love. And He walked in love even when people were not so nice to Him, because that happened. I can't believe it, but people weren't nice to Jesus. They didn't like Him for some weird reason. But when people tried to harm Jesus, they were unable to, because He always loved first, and God directed Him, and God helped Him, and God was with Him. And He was God. So when He went back to Nazareth, and people were literally trying to push Him off a cliff, Jesus just walked through the midst of the crowd and got away. And then that was one scenario. And another one is when Jesus is in the garden praying before He was crucified. When the soldiers came to arrest Him, He gave Himself up. If He wouldn't have, they would have never been able to arrest Him, because He is God. He is Jesus. So He had to go willingly, and He had to say, it is I who you want. I am Jesus. And He gave it all up out of love for me and you. So I think that's so powerful, so great. He lived a life of love. So we need to be more like Jesus. Love is so powerful. And even if you're being mistreated or deeply hurt, I want to encourage you to yield to love today, starting today. Let it rise up strong in you and take all the hurt away. When you do this, not only will you yield on the inside and feel better on the inside, but you will be able to stand up against the devil on the outside. When you walk in love, God is on your side. And love never fails. So that was my encouragement today. I just wanted to encourage you guys to yield to love, because I know that there is a lot going on, and sometimes it's hard. But know that God is with you, and love never fails. Bye, guys.